We always spend years being everything everybody needed. Most often time, it doesn't get reciprocated. You're the strong one, the person who has to stand up, the fixer, the one who's always going to be there no matter what. However, you always feel more invisible and indignified and worthless. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you feel that way and also why being needed and being loved are two completely different things, and why confusing the two will slowly drain you and destroy you. As men, from a young age, we are always taught that becoming a man and being a man, being a great man, is in what you do, not who you are. You're supposed to be the provider, the protector, the problem solver. So, of course, as we grow up, we equate ourselves to that type of thinking and that type of status. And in that way, being useful becomes the tagline. Being useful is the goal. Being able to be there for everybody is the mission, the objective. And we think that will equate of being worthy of love. Love is a worthiness of being useful and vice versa. So naturally, we say yes to everything. Can you do this? Can you do that? I need help with this. Can you be there for me? Can you loan me a couple of dollars? Can you build this for me? Can you do this, that, and the third? And what we don't realize is we don't say it out of generosity, yet we say it out of desperation of love. Because a lot of men don't feel love. A lot of men don't understand what love is and what it means to really experience love in its purest and truest form. A lot of men don't get love growing up. So we search for that feeling, that sense of care, that sense of embrace in any way, shape, or form that we can. And the thinking of, okay, well, the more useful that I am, the more that I'll get that love. It's like a drug. It's like a dopamine effect. If we're useful, that means we get the love. And what we don't realize is sometimes a little bit too late, that's not the case. We stretch ourselves thin for people who don't even reach a hand out. They don't extend shit. They sit there and they say thank you. And then we think to ourselves, am I worthy of love? I would never do this again. Because why am I always the one getting stabbed in the back when I'm giving them the knife? But we do it again. That cycle starts again. Whenever we see a sliver of hope, we do it again and again and again. The painful truth, people can need you and never love you at all. They need you for what you do, but they don't love you for who you are. Shit. A good amount of times, they don't even know who you are. Being needed keeps people around, but it doesn't make them stay. It makes them stay for what you can provide. Not for your spirit, not for the love that you're so desperately trying to give and receive. You think helping is love, which in a way it is, but you think you're going to get the love, and that's just not the case. A lot of men have never learned to receive love. They don't know how to receive it. They don't know what it is. Instead of receiving it, we have to, quote unquote, earn the love. And let me tell you this. You cannot pour from an empty cup, but we always seem to do so. On our last leg, on our last dollar, on our last energy, we are always giving and giving and giving and fucking giving. Until there's not a single drop of us left. You were never taught to fill your own cup. You were only taught to give and to give and to give. You have to separate the two, or else it'll destroy you. It has destroyed great men in the past. You need to be able to separate the two. Understand something. And really, honestly, no. Let's sit back and think about this. I want you to think about a time you met a girl or met anybody, right? She was amazing to you. You thought that this is the woman I'm going to be with. So you desperately tried doing everything that you can to help her out. Babe, I need this. I need this. I need that. Very early on. And you jump to it. Because as a man, of course, you hear a problem. Okay. Your mind wires and thinks, okay, let me think of a solution. And immediately, or it may take some time, but nevertheless, you find a solution to the problem. You do it over and over and over and over again. And she says, thanks you. She says, thank you. Gives you a kiss on the cheek. You're the best. Those words fill your heart with bliss. They fill your spirit, because that's exactly what we're looking for. Those words justify our worthiness. And to that, let me ask you a question. Why are you searching for worthiness outside of yourself? And better yet, and what makes it worse, that person doesn't love you. And you know that they don't. But you're hoping that the more that I help, the more that they'll love me. I'm going to get them to love me by helping. It's that desperate thinking that defies logic. And I'm not saying love is purely logical. No, it's not. However, you need to use discernment and understand and know when love is not in the place that you're in. Trust me, I understand how it feels. I've been in that predicament. I've been in that situation more times than I care to admit. I've been the one. And every single time I thought myself a fool. And I thought myself, I'll never do this again. I'm tired of looking stupid. I'm tired of appearing foolish. I'm tired of people using me. And every time that I say that, there's a part of me that always says, you're lying. You're going to do it again, because that's who you are. That's your nature. That's what you were born to do. And let me tell you, that is not a good thing, because that keeps us stuck in this toxic cycle that we must break out of to save ourselves, to really understand and give the worth to somebody who's really and truly worth it. So let me tell you this. Stop spreading yourself too thin. Stop trying to earn what you are already deserved to be given. For the right people in your life, for the right people who truly love you, you won't feel the need and the sense of urgency to give and to give so you can earn it. You will already feel it. And if you don't, maybe it's time to reevaluate who is in your corner and what you're doing. Again, to be needed is not to be loved. You deserve that love, and you will receive it sooner or later. Do not justify your worthiness by what you can do for others.